She was only 20, but because of her size, people often mistook her for a middle-aged woman. Still, even with all the stares and whispers, she found love. A bright young man sat beside her in the movie theater, yet that night turned awkward. Her seat was on the edge, and each time someone squeezed past, she had to twist her body, apologizing again and again. Her boyfriend stayed quiet, but after the film, he gently told her, "The world is hard to change, but maybe you can change yourself." That advice planted a seed, but the story of how they met was far darker. One afternoon, on her way home, she ran into an elderly neighbor. At first, just small talk. Then, suddenly, he grabbed her from behind. Terrified, she screamed. By chance, a delivery man, Wu Howard, rushed to her aid. The man's wife blamed her, shaming her in front of everyone. "Why would my husband want a fat girl like you?" she sneered. But Howard spoke up. "I saw everything. She's telling the truth." From that moment, everything changed. Howard's warmth pulled her out of despair. He had once been overweight too, mocked at every step. But he fought back, transformed himself, and now lived with confidence. On their first drive together, he filled the car with laughter, teasing her with childhood nicknames until she laughed harder than she had in years. For the first time in forever, she felt hope. She joined a weight loss program, pushing through strict diets and brutal workouts. But the scale refused to move. Her confidence shattered. One evening, she cooked Howard a full meal, hoping for answers. But he dodged her questions. Then she noticed scars on his hands. Later, she followed him, and the truth crushed her. Howard wasn't cured. He was still fighting, trapped in bulimia. In a dark alley, she saw him forcing food back out, trembling with shame when he realized she was watching. From that night on, distance grew between them. Lonely and desperate, she turned to surgery. Doctors warned her to bring family, but her mother never believed in her. Even though she worked in her mother's kindergarten, dreaming of becoming a chef, her mother only mocked her. "You've eaten yourself into this shape. What parent would trust you to plan a menu?" She went into surgery alone. The procedure worked, but at a terrible price. When she tasted food again, all flavor was gone. Her dream of being a chef shattered in an instant. Grief turned to rage. She stormed into the weight loss center, smashing glass, screaming at the scale that refused to change. In her drunken haze, she imagined a thinner version of herself and tried to strangle it, desperate to kill the ghost of who she thought she should be. By morning, the police came, but as she sat waiting, she noticed a small child happily eating a simple pancake. And in that moment, she remembered her own childhood joy.